Yes, it's finally here. The Road Wars Omega Account Mayhem 2020 Grand Final. Oh yeah, over the past 8 days we have seen many robots enter. We've seen 48 robots enter the arena, but we've eliminated 40 of them. With only 8 robots left, the Grand Final is only within, well, arm's reach. These robots have gone through many grueling battles, but now they're here, and well, one of them will be crowned the Account Mayhem champions and will get seeded 8 for Series 2. Oh, it's bound to be awesome. But before we get into the Grand Final, why not let those who probably don't remember these machines, why not let's introduce all the Grand Finalists. 40 robots have entered, but over the past 8 days and 8 heats, that field of 48 has been shortened to just 8. The Grand Final is getting closer and closer, so why not let us meet the 8 Grand Finalists. The winners of Heat A were the 3rd seeds, Subatomic version 3, representing Hexbug Heroes. In their first fight, they took on the deadly spinner of Clockwork, but after a close judge's decision, they came out on top. They then fought Dietor, representing Aiden Phillips, in the Heat semi-finals, but they beat them after Dietor got stuck on the arena wall. I've got to say, Clockwork representing Heat Robotic. And in the Heat finals, Subatomic version 3 took on Bots and Moore's robot Flag of Doom, but after a good close fight, Chugino cutting off their wheels, eliminating Flag of Doom. The second robot is Harry 2 Bob's robot, King Ramses II. In their heat, they had a very impressive first fight, taking out the 2nd seed, Metal 3, representing Patrick Robery, before having one of the best fights of the series with Turtle Noob's robot, Rewind, beating them, sending them to the pit. Before in the Heat finals, they took on the Boom 1177's robot, Killer Queen, sending them out. Heat C was the day of Bert for the win, one of the most powerful flippers in this entire tournament. In their first fight, they took out the 7th seeds, representing Razor 1905, Rapture Next Generation, before taking out another former Account Mayhem winner in Deadslot 142's Death Strawberry. Before, in the Heat finals, they took out the Rambot Standalone. That's Bert for the win, representing Nicholas Matthews. Heat 4 was the victory of the 5th seeds and representing Robobotic, Scrapper. In their first round, they took out one of the favourites for the tournament, Snowstorm, representing Wolfie Productions, before taking out another big spinner in Drizzle, representing Dylan Mears. Before, in the Heat finals, they took on Alvi Islam Sonic 12 and absolutely trashed them with that vicious spinner. EC3, representing Robot Combat Models, won Heat E after taking out Blindside, representing Chaotix Robotics in the first round, before taking down Pencil Buddy Inc.'s Clusterbot Pencil and Eraser, before causing a major upset, beating the Account Mayhem champions Intergalactic in the Heat finals, representing Josh Doing Things YT. EC3 looks strong, and they are ready. Heat F saw probably the shocker of all the Grand Finalists, Sea Serpent, representing Dragon Robotics. This Crusher took out Dan Somkia in the first round, before representing Harry Storber, before taking out Theo Hummel's Body Spinner Molten Core, before absolutely crumpling the seeded Vertigo, representing J33 Productions, sending them down the pit. The penultimate heat winner were the 8th seeds and representing World of Woodrow, Crikey. Those anti-guru plates have definitely helped them thus far, as they took out Vortex Games Flipper, Frost Ray, before taking out Miasta Blios Heroes representative Bite Force, before taking out Wamley's robot, Demolition Evo. And the final heat winner of Heat H, and probably the favourites for the Account Mayhem, Blood Pumper. In their head-to-heads, they took out the 4th seeds, Guru 2, before beating Guru 2 representing Anti-Non 2 before taking out Crystal Carnage's cluster bot Robo Reed before in the Heat Finals eliminating Fighting Robot Replicas Ertwas prestigious Prussian in incredibly quick succession. They even had time to flip some of their house robots out the arena. So now that we've seen the grand finalists, let's just jump straight in to the grand finals. Right, so 8 robots are left, but only one can be the champion. And to start things off, we have our first grand final eliminator, which is between World of Woodrow's robot, Crikey. They've been very impressive thus far. They're seeded 8, but they've done very well to get this far. But so has Dragon Robotics robot Sea Serpent. Doubt anyone expected them to get this far, but they have, and they're a good crusher. And speaking of good crushers, in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, we have Virus, and a good rammer as well in Rhino. Roboteers stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, this should be one awesome fight between 2 very good machines. And already, Sea Serpent has gotten a good clamp right there onto Crikey. But Crikey managed to get away and come with a great flip right there. In onto Sea Serpent. Sea Serpent have flipped up and over, but they do self-right. And Crikey coming with another good strong flip. And Sea Serpent seems to be in tons of trouble right here at the minute. Representing Dragon Robotics, I mean, some may have felt that they were a very lucky machine. And while they have been very lucky to get this far, but they have gotten this far nonetheless, and it has been a good performance. But will their luck run out here? Well, in comes Virus, coming with a good grapple right there and onto Guru 2. And down comes Sea Serpent, bringing down the crushing arm once again. But Crikey getting right in underneath Sea Serpent and flipping him up and over. And Crikey are now pushing him into the arena sidewall and flipping Sea Serpent at the minute. Sea Serpent are in just lots of trouble right here at the minute. They're just struggling to deal with Crikey, and Crikey flipping him up and over. And Sea Serpent seems to be in lots of trouble right here at the minute. Crikey are coming with some more good flips. And Sea Serpent, there just isn't really anything they can do right now at the minute. They're just struggling. They're on their backs, but they do use their stream mech to self-right. And now they're getting in underneath Crikey once again and pushing him into the CPZ. But they flip themselves over. That is not what they wanted to do at all. Crikey self-rights, but now in comes Rhino, coming with some good slams. And Sea Serpent are now coming in. They're trying to come with their crusher once again. And are bringing it down, and they have now gotten another good bite onto Crikey. And Crikey are being controlled right now at the minute. But Crikey flipping Sea Serpent up and over before flipping them out the arena. Just like that. Cease. Well, that was a bit of a scare for Crikey, especially with quite a few of those bites that Sea Serpent got on them. But either way, Crikey do march on to the final 4. Oh, but that was a very intense battle. Well, here is our Well, that was a very good first fight to kick off the grand finals, but Crikey did get the flipper in underneath Sea Serpent and shut them out the arena. There goes Dragon Robotics' hopes and dreams of becoming an account Mayhem champion, but for Crikey, it's getting even closer. But we still have 3 more first round fights left to do. And our first of these will be a very good battle, I reckon, between Bert for the Win, representing Nicholas Matthews, and EC3, representing Robot Combat Models. Now, both of these people are actually good friends in real life, so that's kind of interesting. But in the war zone, friendship doesn't matter, as all we want is bloodshed. And it should be very interesting, as we have a powerful flipper taking on a strong spinner killer robot. And talking about powerful flippers, we have Matilda with her lifting tusks in the arena, as well as the dog, Growler. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No. Activate. Oh, this should be an awesome fight, I reckon. Honestly, I can see it go either way between a strong flipper and a strong clamper. And already EC3 have gotten a good clamp right there and onto Bert for the Win. But Bert for the Win coming with a huge flip right there. In onto EC3. EC3 getting lifted up. But now they have good control of Bert for the Win. And Bert being controlled right there. But Matilda coming with a good flip right there onto EC3. EC3 getting flipped up and over. But they do self-right. And they have a good control of Bert at the minute. But Bert coming with a huge flip. onto EC3. Now, EC3 have had some tough fights thus far, including their battle with Pencil and Eraser comes to mind, but they have taken down good flippers before. But for the win hasn't really had much of a challenge yet. They've, well, eliminated their opponents quite convincingly, from Death Strawberry to Rapture to Standalone, but they haven't fought a machine like EC3, a robot that can double as a lifter and as a clamper, and EC3 are coming with some more good clamps right here, and I'm feeding them to Growler, and this is exactly what EC3 are meant to do, and that was a huge slam by Growler. Bert for the win, self-right, and they're coming with another huge flip right down onto EC3. EC3 now coming with a good, Bert for the win, coming in with some more good flips, and EC3 have got another good clamp hold of Bert for the win, and are they going to try and get them down the pit? But they've been absolutely great fun thus far to see them do this well, but honestly, I'm not sure they're going to beat EC3. EC3 are just controlling them, it seems. And wow, this is incredible. This is a brilliant tussle right here. This is, but they've been pushed down the pit. They've been pushed down the pit by EC3, and I think EC3 have gone in there as well. But Bert for the win. They were in the pit first, and their campaign is over. Cease. Well, that seemed to be EC3's tactic the entire time. I mean, they knew how deadly Bert for the win can be, especially with their incredibly strong flipper. So they knew that what they had to do was get a good clamp hold of them and send them down the pit, and that was exactly what they did. Great driving skill right there, but Bert for the win did come with some good flips, and it will be a shame to see them go home. They have been great fun throughout, such a strong machine, but EC3, they go through to the final four. Right, so we are now halfway through the Elite 8. We already have our first two robots in the final four, but it isn't the final two, it is the final four. So we have two more battles to determine the remaining final four placements, and what a fight this is going to be. We have King Ramses II, representing Harry to Bob. They've surprised everybody getting this far. I don't think anyone expected them to beat Metal 2 or Rewind or even Killer Queen. I thought Killer Queen were going to win that heat, but their combined pushing power and that good strong flipper has proven to be a deadly combination. But another deadly combination is the combination of Tachyon, Chargino, Photon, and Neutrino, also known as Subatomic Version 3, the third seeds representing Hexbug Heroes. This barbershop quartet, it seems, have been very impressive throughout. Like Chargino has proved to be a deadly undercutter spinner, cutting some wheels. Neutrino and Photon have been good strong flippers, and Tachyon the low ground clearance. It may be the smallest one, but it's still one you should watch out for. And the Corn Patrol Zone for the CPZs, we have Rhino with its lifting tusks, and Matilda with her own lifting tusks. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh, this should be a good fight, I think, between, well, two very different machines. A big machine versus two mini-bots, and oh my god, King Ramses II nearly went down the pit just then. Photon, the middleweight champions, have been flipped up and over, but they do self-right, and now kind of a good flip onto King Ramses. Meanwhile, here comes Neutrino. I think both of these robots have done very well for themselves. I think Subatomic, well, I did say that they are my picks to win. I reckon they can win, although I'm honestly not too sure, judging by the quality of machines we have in this grand final already. Neutrino, though, kind of a good flip right there and onto King Ramses II. King Ramses have been flipped up and over, but now they're in underneath Neutrino. And that was a huge flip right there. King Ramses have proven to be a sheer tank thus far. Chargino, the undercutter spinner, but King Ramses are going after them. In comes Tachyon, getting right underneath them though. And in comes Photon with a good strong flip right there. Neutrino, self-rights using their flipper. In comes Matilda though, to try and cause some damage, and oh, this is already a very good battle right here at the minute. The mini-bots, the cluster bots of Subatomic have proven to be very strong thus far at the minute, and Neutrino are pushing are pushing King Ramsey's about right here in a minute, but they get flipped up and over. Photon self-right, Chargino coming in for another good... Not Chargino, Chargino's over here. Chargino were upended, but now they do come for a good attack. King Ramsey's, now they do a four-wheel drive, so I'm not really too sure how much a wheel being shredded will cost them, but their wheel is being shredded. But it hasn't affected them that much. And they're still going after the mini-boss, and that was a huge flip! Ow! Tachyon landed on my back! And now, oh, this is honestly a very good tussle right here. One of King Ramsey's wheels have been shredded, but it hasn't really affected them too much. I mean, they are big four-wheel drive machine, unlike the two-wheel drive machine! Jeez, Chargino got flying out of the arena! Chargino just went flying out of the arena, so that just leaves the OG. I don't know how that happened. They just went up King Ramsey's wedge like a skate ramp and flew out. So that just leaves the final. That just leaves the original duo. And, well, King Ramsey just needs to eliminate one more of them. And they're going after the weaker. They're going after the weaker Neutrino. But Photon are coming in some more great flips. I can't have some more good flips. So can they beat it? Honestly, I think this is a battle that could go either way, to be honest. And Photon coming some more good flips right here. And King Ramsey has just flipped. Photon out of the arena, and despite Neutrino still being in, I mean, the rules say that when three of them are gone from a pair of four, the robot is out, and King Ramsey's are victorious. My word, I'm surprised at that. Matilda coming in for a rear flywheel, and, well, they're on the drop zone, and what is going to drop this time? 3, 2, 1... Oh! My DS charger. Cease. Well, King Ramsey's has pulled off yet another surprise. Out of all the robots in this grand final, King Ramsey's were the last I expected to, well, reach the final four. But they have, once again, using good skill to eliminate, well... the Clusterbots Subatomic version 3. Well, there go my pick for the title. King Ramsey's, they march on. Well, here it is, our final battle in the final four. No, our final battle in the Elite 8. Who will join, crikey, the 8th seeds, EC3 and King Ramsey's the second in the final four. Well, honestly, this is bound to be one awesome fight as we have two robots are expected. I reckon are probably the favourites to win this tournament now. We have Blood Pumper representing Delboy 666, the huge flipper. They've eliminated many robots in quick succession thus far. But will they eliminate the 5th seeds, Scrapper, representing Robobotic? An incredibly vicious vertical spinner this robot has proven to be. And those side stream X have given it better stability and has helped out a lot. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, well, he's barking mad. It's Growler, and he's just drunk mad. It's Virus. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No. Activate. Oh man, this is going to be an awesome fight between two really good machines, and already Blood Pumper have been knocked up and over by the vertical spinner of Scrapper, who are currently shredding them up right here at the minute. And Blood Pumper seems to be in tons of trouble right here at the moment, being shredded up. In comes Little Evolution, trying to come with a good flip, but Blood Pumper, oh, self-rights though. They self-right very quickly, and they're now going to try and come with a good flip. But Scrapper are a massive vertical spinner. They probably will have the gyroscopic speed that will need to, well, prevent them from getting flipped over so easily. But they do get flipped up and over. But yes, they use the gyroscopic force of the spinner to, well, self-right it seems. In comes Little Evolution. Evolution, they are a very tiny robot, but they have helped out a bit, coming with many good flips. But Blood Pumper send Evolution out of the arena. Well, goodbye Evolution. But will they eliminate Scrapper? Well, Virus are now coming in with a good grapple right here in onto Blood Pumper. And meanwhile, oh, look at that for damage. Causing some more damage too. To Scrapper, to Blood Pumper, but Blood Pumper still coming with a good flip. They're still fighting strongly here. both of these two robots have proven to be very deadly machines. And I think both of them are highly fancied to do well. I think lots of people are going to bet on whoever wins this fight will probably win the tournament, to be honest. Scrapper's still round up the spinner though, and have knocked Blood Pumper up and over again. And Blood Pumper are being shredded up by the vertical spinner that is Scrapper, and Scrapper, Blood Pumper do stuff right, but that felt like a bit of a weak flip. But they still come with another good, strong flip right there. But Scrapper are still proving to be very, very strong. They may not be the fastest machine, but they do have a huge vertical spinner. But Blood Pumper coming in with a great big flip. But Growler coming in with a great big slam. Scrapper though coming in with another good hit. And now they're trying to shred the underbelly of Blood Pumper. Blood Pumper, you've got to give credit for them for surviving this long. They're still trying to flip Scrapper up and over, but they've been flipped up and over by the spinner. And this is honestly this fight. But remember, Blood Pumper still do have the flipper. And if they could just get in one flip, that could be it. That could be it. They just need to get one good flip in, and Scrapper will be done for. They tried to flip them over once again. Oh boy, and oh, another huge flip right there. That was a big one. I mean, well, considering the gyroscopic force of Scrapper, I think that was quite impressive that they were able to hoist them over like that. And now they're being shredded some more. They're being shredded some more. The vertical spinner is still revving up. And oh, they're getting very close to the pit. Both robots getting very close to the pit. But a Blood Pumper have gone down. They escaped the pit. But you were in the pit. And Virus placed you back in. Remember, never try and escape the pit. In Robot Warzone Mega, if you go in, instant elimination. We don't give a crap about your APDs. Cease. And Scrapper, they go through to the final four. The field of 48 has now been shrunk down to a field of 4. Crikey, the number 8 seeds. EC3. King Ramses II. And the 5th seeds, Scrapper. These robots have fought through tooth and nail to get this far, and they've eliminated many really good machines. But in the end, they must fight each other. So now, we will reveal the lineup for the final 4. Coming up later will be Crikey versus King Ramses II. But first, the Spinner Killer EC3 will take on its toughest challenge yet, Scrapper. So we have now gotten to the point of the final 4. I mean, who will win now? The massive vertical spinner of Scrapper, the Spinner Killer of EC3, the underdogs King Ramses II, or the fan favourites Crikey? Well, honestly, I can't tell. But we need to find out who will go into the championship decider first. So who will it be? Will it be the 5th seed Scrapper? Or will it be EC3? The Robobotic versus Robot Combat Models. Scotland versus America. Massive Spinner versus Spinner Killer. It is bound to be an awesome fight. And the Corn Patrol for the CPZs. We have the Rhino with its ramming horn. And Virus with its claw. I couldn't think of anything. I just want to get into this fight because I know this fight is going to be awesome. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No. Activate. Now this is going to be interesting because Scrapper had just eliminated Blood Pumper, who are probably one of the favourites to win this entire tournament. And they're one of the favourites to win it as well. But EC3, I think they got the more favourable robot here because they are a Spinner Killer. They are a tough, durable machine. But they've never fought a vert before. They haven't fought a vert before. They've only fought horizontals. And that was a good hit using the vertical spinner just then to uppercut EC3. And EC3 do get back down, but now they're coming in and they've got another good grapple in onto Scrapper, and now Virus lifting them up, and Scrapper are revving the spinner right now, and EC3 are still trying to come for some good attacks. Little Evolution right there. They now got to try and do Little Evolution, and they're going to send them down the pit. Or are they? Yes, they do. They do send them down the pit, and that's good because they could get right in. And Virus, for a second I thought that must have caused some issues. That must have caused some damage because they did get right in there. And Scrapper are certainly shredding up the front low wedge plate of EC3 with that devilish spinner. And this could be deadly, this could be gruesome, but remember, EC3 revels in damage, it seems. It likes to use the spinner's power against themselves right here. And Scrapper, they're still revving up the spinner, but EC3 still have good control of them here. And honestly, this is an excellent fight to start off the Final Four. And a fight's definitely fitting of the Grand Final, but it isn't even the final. It is, well, the final, it's the Final Four. And EC3 coming with a great flip right there. Scrapper getting flipped up and over, but Scrapper falling clear on their face and staying, and that was a huge uppercut right there. Using the devilish spinner, and EC3 are suffering damage. They're suffering more damage. EC3 though coming in at the side once more to try and cause some more, to try and come with another good clamp. And are they going to try and get Scrapper down the pit? Can they get Scrapper down the pit? Oh no, Scrapper just escape. They just escape, it seems. And now they're shredding up EC3. They're one of the two-seated robots left. Oh, EC3! EC3! They're very nearly on the edge of going out of the arena. Oh, they just stay in though. They just stay in. That was scary. That was scary. And but Scrapper are certainly, well, scrapping EC3 it seems, and they're into Rhino, and Rhino slammed them, and Scrapper's still revving up that vicious. It's a horrible weapon. It is a horrible weapon indeed, and now Scrapper knocking EC3 up again, and another huge hit, and another one, and another one. And are they going to try going for another one? Well, yes, why not? Why not? And they're trying to rip off the weapon, it seems now. This is certainly a way to go. This is a brilliant fight, definitely fitting for this episode. It has to be one of the best fights of the series, and it's been a good comeback by Scrapper. But EC3 are still coming back strongly. They're still coming back very strongly here. But Scrapper, I just feel they've been the more controlled. Cease. I didn't even realise time ran out, but time has run out. And oh boy, this is going to be a tough one for them to call. The judges at Arena Side have called in a 2-1 decision. For the 5th seeds and representing Robobotic, Scrapper! Yes, well done to Scrapper. The judges felt that Scrapper, just the damage that they caused throughout the fight, and just the sheer aggression that they've shown throughout, was enough to eliminate EC3. The judges felt that EC3 were very controlled, but that just wasn't enough to take down Scrapper. And Scrapper, they go through to the championship decider. Oh boy, so we already have one robot in the championship decider now, and its name is Scrapper, the vicious flywheel spinner. But who will join him in the championship decider? Well, both robots have been very impressive thus far. King Ramses II have just been, well, they've just amazed us all, really. They've been a robot that's kind of gone under radar, but they have certainly impressed, and they're here at the Final Four now. The Flipper is strong, 4-wheel drive pushing power. They're a good machine, but so is Crikey. Crikey, after that embarrassing loss in the first account, Mayhem, they have really stepped up their game, eliminating machine after machine after machine, getting Uta after Uta after Uta. And can they add one more Uta to the list? Or will King Ramses pull off yet another upset? And in the control zone for the CPZ, she's always known for pulling off upsets. Well, upsetting the Roboteers when she destroys their robot. It's Matilda. And we also have Growler in there as well to bite down on any robot who gets in his dog pen. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No. Activate. Oh, who will join Scrapper in the finals? Well, King Ramsey's already coming in with a good flip onto Crikey. King Ramsey's pulled off an upset, eliminating Subatomic, but they've been flipped up and over. And, well, Crikey are just flipping King Ramsey's about at the minute. King Ramsey's been flipped up and over, but they do self-right, using a good, strong flipper right here. And now they're trying to come in at the side of Crikey, but the anti-guru skirts seem to be working. And they're trying to flip King Ramsey's up and over, and King Ramsey's nearly getting flipped out of the arena just then. And Crikey, they want this more than anything. They want to win this account Mayhem more than anything, it seems. Well done, Virtual. You said you were entering for fun, but I bet now you're realising just how good Crikey can truly be. And kind of another good flip onto King Ramsey's. King Ramsey's getting flipped up and over, but they do self-right very quickly. And another good, strong flip right there from Crikey. Crikey trying to get in underneath King Ramsey's, and King Ramsey's being flipped up and over. I'm honestly sweating at just how intense this battle is. Crikey now going for the huge flip. That was a great flip by King Ramsey's the second. And King Ramsey's coming in with another good flip. Oh, Crikey for a second then just got stuck in one of Matilda's wheel parts. Crikey getting flipped up and over once again. And King Ramsey's the second, flipping Crikey up and over. Crikey do self-right though, and are flipping King Ramsey's onto their side. And again, another good, strong flip. And again, this is an excellent battle. This is an excellent fight. Crikey weren't very close to going down the pit though. Oh, for a second I thought they were gone. I thought they were gone for a second then. King Ramsey's the second, do self-right though. And Crikey coming with another great flip right there. King Ramsey's have certainly impressed us thus far. I don't think Harry 2 Bob expected them to do this well either, to be honest. Growler coming with a good bite in onto Crikey. In comes King Ramsey's the second now. Kind of a great flip. Crikey do get flipped up onto their backs, but they do self-right. And now they have King Ramsey's. Oh, King Ramsey's just staying in. That was a great flip though. And so was that. That was an excellent flip in its own right. Crikey flipping King Ramsey's up onto their side, and another flip, and another, and another, and another. And well, will there be one more? Well, yes, it seems there is. But Crikey do self-right as well, and those wedgelets have certainly helped them out throughout this entire tournament. Getting in underneath! And they've got another robot out the arena as quickly as that. Cease. Oh, wow. Wow, another superb fight. There's no other way to say it. That was another really good battle. And Crikey just flipped King Ramsey's out the arena. Shame to see King Ramsey's go out. They've been so good. One of the most entertaining robots throughout this entire tournament. Getting surprise victory after surprise victory. But unfortunately, they didn't get the surprise and beat Crikey. And they're out. So Crikey, they march on to the championship decider. But before we see the conclusion of the account Mayhem with Scrapper versus Crikey, we have time for the 3rd and 4th place playoff. Obviously, this is just for bragging rights, just for fun, to see who gets the bronze medal. But who will get the bronze medal? Well, will it be EC3, the spinner killer? Ironically, they were defeated by a spinner, but that wasn't an excellent fight, and they did put up a brilliant battle. But so did King Ramsey's. They put up an excellent fight against Crikey. They've done a lot better than anyone could ever imagine. EC3, though, they were expected to get far, and I don't think you can be disappointed with that performance, Robot Combat Models. And in the Corn Patrol Zone for the CPZs, a robot who I'm always disappointed in, Virus. And a robot who doesn't really seem to disappoint me is Matilda. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Oh boy, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be one awesome fight between a strong flipper and, well, what is essentially a spinner killer, but EC3 have taken down strong flippers already before. I mean, they took down both Intergalactic and Bert for the win, probably 2 of the best flippers in the tournament. But now EC3 coming in a good lift right there and on 2. King Ramsey's the second. King Ramsey's are being lifted up by EC3, and EC3 coming with a good clamp right here. EC3 has to be probably one of my favourite robots throughout this entire tournament. They've just been absolutely fun to see. It's such an original machine as well. We had so many flippers and spinners, but we see this one spinner killer machine do this well. but they've been flipped up and over by King Ramses, and King Ramses are coming in some good flips right here. They are a strong flipper, they are a good pusher as well, and they're coming in with a good strong push right now onto EC3. EC3 getting flipped away, and Matilda flipping EC3 up and over, but EC3 narrowly avoiding the pit of oblivion, and King Ramses are flipping EC3 up and over, but EC3 do have a good clamp, and this could be what they need to take down King Ramses, and they send them into Virus, and this could be dangerous for them. King Ramses getting lifted up, but King Ramses do escape Virus's clutches, and they come for good flip onto EC3, and EC3, can they escape? Can they escape? Oh my word! They just escaped the pit. They just escaped the pit, and no, it doesn't count as a pit because their main body wasn't in the pit. That was the weapon that was in the pit. That was not in the pit. And King Ramses coming in with another good push right there, in onto EC3, and again another good flip, and EC3 just again narrowly avoiding the pit. They're getting so close. They're just dancing in the pit. Oh my word, what on earth happened there then? Oh, they just dug in with their wheels. They dug in with their wheels. Their wheels were still on the arena wall. For a second I thought they'd gone down. For a second I thought they'd gone down, and now they're out. Now they're out. EC3 come forth in this account mayhem. Cease. And the surprise package, King Ramses, they may not have won it, but they do get one last victory to end off their career on. Getting third place, and third place is no small feat, especially with defeating a machine like defeating a machine like EC3. And that was a very impressive performance by them, flipping them all over the place before sending them down the pit, no matter how many times they tried to narrowly avoid it. Well, on to King Ramses, they come third. So, 48 robots was what we had at the start. But now, we've said goodbye to 46 robots, and only 2 machines are left. The first are the 5th seeds, Scrapper. This robot, when they debuted in the first account Mayhem, lost out in the first round to Metal 2. But they came back, new and improved with Sidestream X, and that was a big improvement. They took out Wolfie Productions' Snowstorm before eliminating Drizzle, before, in the Heat Final, taking out Sonic 12. In the Grand Final, they took out probably one of the favourites for the tournament, Blood Pumper, before taking out the ultimate spinner killer, EC3. A lot is at stake for Scrapper, especially considering they were one of the favourites to win the first one. Can they finally live up to being one of the favourites and win the account Mayhem? Or will this machine get in their way? Representing Road of Woodrow, the 8th seed's Crikey. This robot has also impressed us as well. In the first account Mayhem, they foolishly self-righted out the arena, but they came back new and improved with new skirts and wedgelets. In the first fight, they took out Frost Ray in a good, close judge's decision, before eliminating Bite Force and Demolition Evo, both sending them both out the arena. They got another good strong router against Sea Serpent in the Grand Final, before flipping King Ramses out the arena in the Final 4. They want to, this machine just wants to prove that it can be a competitive machine, and it is an incredibly strong machine, and that flipper has to be one of the most powerful flippers there is. A lot is at stake for these former first round dropouts of the account Mayhem, and from going from first round dropouts, they've now become the top 2 best robots in this entire tournament. But one of them will be the top 1. And overseeing what is bound to be an awesome fight between a spinner and a flipper, we have Rhino and Growler. So let's get this started, and let's find an account Mayhem champion. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. No. activate. Oh, let's go. This is going to be an excellent grand final, I think. An excellent two machines, the two seeded robots, actually, so we're guaranteed to get a seeded machine to win the account Mayhem. Oh, crikey! Coming with a great flip right there and onto Scrapper, flipping him up and over already, but Scrapper, they do have a damaging weapon, and their weapon is certainly damaging, and they're causing some damage to Crikey, and Crikey are in trouble right here at the minute, but they do self right, and they're coming with a good flip right there, in onto Scrapper. Scrapper do get back up and over, and in comes Evolution, oh god. Yeah, what were you expecting, Evolution? What were you expecting? You shouldn't have even came into this, I don't think. Scrapper, though, they certainly should have came into this, and we're glad they did, because, well, it's so good to see both of these machines. A lot is at stake for both of them. Both of these machines were first round dropouts of the last account Mayhem. They lost that in the first round, but now they have the right for redemption. I think both of them have redeemed themselves and proven that they are both very good, strong machines, but only one of them can become the account Mayhem champion. And obviously, if you win the account Mayhem, you go into Series 2. But Crikey are still getting right underneath Scrapper, and they have gotten in underneath them with their front hinge flipper, and their flipper coming in with a good flip right there. Scrapper still revving up the spinner though, and that was a good hit right there. In onto Crikey, and Crikey seems to be in trouble right here. And another good hit, revving up that vertical spinner, and Scrapper are coming in with some more good hits onto Crikey, and in comes Growler coming with a good bite down, in onto Crikey, and Crikey, they want to escape that, and they have escaped it, and they've flipped Scrapper up and over, but Scrapper again using the gyroscopic force of the spinner to get back down from there, and Crikey on their wedgelets has taken some damage, hasn't it? Honestly, I think Crikey, if they want to win this, they want to be the more aggressive and the more controlled. Currently, right now, I'd say Scrapper are winning on damage. Control and aggression, no. I really don't know. And Crikey coming with another good attack right there. But now Scrapper coming with another good hit with the vicious, deadly final. This is fitting for a grand final. Until that moment, surely. Cease. Wow. They just eliminated Crikey. And wow, I thought Crikey were winning that actually, to be honest. Getting in many flips, but they turned around, hit them with the spinner, and punted Crikey out the arena. And like that, we have a new account Mayhem champion. And that's it. There will be a grudge match special tomorrow, but for the actual main competition, well, that's it. We have a new account Mayhem champion. They're representing Robobotic. They're from the USA. They have a vicious vertical spinner, and his name is Scrapper. So let's go straight into the award ceremony. Well, we've said we've eliminated 47 robots, but one machine is left, and this robot is Scrapper. This robot has gone through many trials and tribulations to get this far, eliminating Wolfie Production 98's robot Snowstorm before taking out Dylan Mears' robot Drizzle. They then eliminated Alvi Islam's robot Sonic 12 before eliminating Delboy 666 robot Blood Pumper. In the final four, they took out the ultimate spinner killer EC3, representing Robot Combat Models, before taking out Crikey in the finals. It hasn't been easy. They've had many struggles and they've had many close eliminations, but that spinner has to take the cake as one of the most vicious weapons I think I've ever seen, and they have certainly been very impressive. Commiserations to the other machines. Crikey, the silver medalist, King Ramses, the third place finisher, and EC3, the fourth place finishers. But there can only be one, and the one winner, well, the fifth seeds, well, they're no longer fifth seeds, because next time they will be the first seeds, and their name is Scrapper. And I bet Scrapper will be back for the next account Mayhem for revenge. But anyway, we will see you again tomorrow for the Grudge Matches special. Many good grudges will be settled then. And don't forget to also sub to my channel. Don't forget to sub to all of these guys' channels. Any of these guys' channels, because they definitely deserve it. And we'll see you again next time for the Grudge Matches special. But until then, the Bot Builder out.